everyone, and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Olga Villaverde.
And I'm Montel Williams, and this is my little guy, Jackpot.
Hey, Jackpot, he's so cute. Okay, so the show is going to the dogs, kind of.
Hey, kind of. Jackpot's going to be on the show, so he's got to go get ready for his big debut. But why do our pets need proper nutrition?
We're going to find out.
Absolutely. And treating eye allergies with drops. We'll explain.
Drops. And we're putting our best foot forward. We've got comfortable yet chic shoes.
Chic.
And spoiler alert, I'm so excited. I'm going to be wearing a pair to show them off. Ladies, stay tuned.
Well, let's just step into, you like that, the beginning of the Balancing Act, which starts right now.
And they're comfortable. This is fabulous, fabulous. Love these. So why do thousands of women suffer unnecessary foot issues by wearing the wrong shoe? We've heard that 10% of adults at some stage in their life suffer with pain under the heel. So today, we're putting the shoe on the other foot, or should we say we're putting the right shoes on our feet. Do you like that?
And here to help us with our shoe health check, our Australian podiatrist, Caroline McCulloch, founder and director of Frankie IV, and Hillary McMillan, who's the group CEO. Thank you, ladies, for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
By the way, Montel, they are based in Australia, and they are on the move here in the United States. So I'm
And of course, they stopped at the Balancing Act.
They did. They stopped here, and apparently they've got the solution we've been waiting for. So I'm really interested to hear about this because I think a lot of occupations really can put pain on your feet, is right? Sometimes I can put in 15,000 steps a day, and I'm in pain. And it takes a toll.
Yeah. Well, Olga, studies have shown that the more time you spend on your feet, the higher risk you are at developing heel pain or plantar fasciitis. So occupations like teachers and nurses are perfect examples of women who spend much of their day on hard, flat surfaces doing countless steps.
Now, can you explain what plantar fasciitis is and how it's treated, and how does that connect with heel pain, and how is that prevented?
Plantar fasciitis is a more technical way of describing heel pain, or plantar heel pain. The simplest way I can describe plantar fasciitis is where the fibrous band that supports the arch of the foot becomes overloaded and can degenerate, which causes plantar fasciitis. Many factors can cause plantar fasciitis. It can be if you have a flat foot or a foot that rolls in too much. Like I mentioned, hard surfaces, how much time you spend on your feet, how much range of motion you have in your big toe joint and your ankle. The list goes on. But what most experts do agree on is that a mainstay for managing heel pain is comfortable, supportive footwear.
And I gotta say, I had plantar fasciitis once. It was the worst pain ever. So how does Frankie IV help?
Well, our design ethos at Frankie IV is all about soft support. And what we found over the years of trialling and testing was the type of footbed and the type of support Caroline had designed was what most women found comfortable, but also alleviated their pain. And while we don't claim to be the answer to all foot symptoms, we have found, and we read it through our reviews constantly, and we have over 100,000 five-star reviews.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's amazing. There is a common thread through these reviews that we see that women's pain has been alleviated by simply changing their footwear to our shoes.
Well, at the heart, or should I say the soul of your style, is something that you call the Soul Hero footbed. Explain what that is.
Well, our footbed has been trialled and tested for over 13 years by our customers. But we have in fact done our own study through the Queensland University of Technology. The results will be published later in the year, but it's been able to show that our footbeds in our sneakers do help alleviate heel pain and improve comfort compared to that of a sneaker that doesn't have our support features.
So I don't know if our viewers know this, but it's Foot Health Month. Hello. So it's a great time to do a shoe health check while I check out these really cute sneakers. So what does that mean, that health check?
My advice is declutter. Ditch any shoe that hurts. Wearing footwear that is uncomfortable is only going to put you at risk at long-term damage with your feet. I suppose a sensible checklist when working out what shoes you should keep and what you should move on from is just keep shoes that feel comfortable and supportive.
This does.
that fit well.
This does.
And only keep shoes that you actually reach for.
Well, I just reached for these, and these are a size 7, so I'm pretty good right now. And these are nice.
Let me tell you. You need to take those home.
Coincidence? I don't think so.
Well, Hillary, you guys have had such incredible success in Australia. Now you're on the move to the United States, right?
We are here, and we are ready to service the women of the United States with our footwear. We've had 13 years in Australia, and we've opened our first flagship store here in Seattle. In Bellevue Square, and we've also partnered with the likes of J. Jill and Nordstrom, as well as other independent retailers.
They are here because they got a little display going on over here. Let's go take a look.
And by the way, they let me borrow these carries, also a size 7, and they are divine. So as I walk over with these fabulous heels, which are very comfortable, ladies.
So here we have the stars of the show. We brought along a small collection of our styles for you to have a look at today. One of the key things that we really stand by at Frankie 4 is it can't just be a one-off shoe. We want to provide our women with shoes that they can wear for every occasion. So we have an incredible team of talented technical and fashion designers who are constantly pushing the boundaries on what fashionable footwear is. We've got a range of sneakers and sandals and slides. We've got wedges that you can get around all day. Maybe you're going on a European vacay.
This is the one I have.
That's the one that you're wearing, Olga? Yeah.
But a nice beige, which is a beautiful color.
With most of our enclosed styles, they come with our fit pack. And in that pack, women are able to adjust the fit of their shoes depending on whether they have a narrow foot or a wide foot. If our customer has a standard width foot, then she just wears the shoes with our standard footbed. If she has a wide foot, then she'll swap out the full length footbed for the half length footbed. If she has a narrow footbed, then she attaches the 4-foot filler, which just gives you more cushioning, to the full length footbed.
Oh my gosh, so there's really something for everyone depending on the foot.
Now that they're available here in the United States, where can people go to get more information, maybe even order some?
us.frankie4.com, and as I mentioned, we're also on Nordstrom and J. Jill. And as a special treat for your viewers today, we're extending an offer for 15% off your first purchase with us.
There you go.
Just use the code BALANCINGACT at the checkout. So that's at us.frankie4.com.
Well, I'm loving these. White with the cute little zipper. Look, does that have Olga's name all over it?
That has your name on it.
That's our Billy sneaker. That's one of our top selling styles.
Well, there you go. I'm going to try this one on as well. Thank you so much. Good luck with the new endeavors here, and welcome to the United States of America.
Thank you.
We're glad you're here.
And of course, you can always go to our website, thebalancinact.com, for more information. And remember, 15% off.
That's right. Which one do you like more? This one or this one?
Take them both.
Okay, I got them both. You told me to take them. According to the National Institutes of Health, up to 40% of the population will suffer from allergic conjunctivitis.
And many people have just given up on trying to find real relief from their itchy eyes.
Today, we have Dr. Tessa Sokol, an optometrist based in Madison, Wisconsin, to help us find an effective solution for itchy eye allergies, which a lot of people need. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Look, you know, eye drops may not always be the first eye I go to when it comes to itchy eyes or eye allergies. Sounds a little counterintuitive. Why is that?
Well, when somebody is suffering from allergies and they go to the pharmacy and they see all of the different categories of over-the-counter treatments, you know, there's bandages and there's pain reliever. They go to the allergy section and there's an entire wall full of oral antihistamines and nasal decongestants. It makes sense that they would pick that up and try to take that one medication and have it be one thing that fixes all of their symptoms. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way, and they may still suffer from itchy eyes due to ocular allergies. They then will go to the eye care center of the pharmacy and see an entire wall full of dry eye drops that get the red out, and it can just be quite confusing.
And sometimes those eye drops can kind of exacerbate the problem, right?
They can. When you think you're actually rinsing the allergen out, you may get a few minutes of relief, but it's really not actually fixing the source of the itch.
So when someone's finding or trying to find a solution and there's all these over-the-counter options for dry eyes, they're getting confused. What's the difference between them so we can clarify?
With dry eyes, that occurs when the glands in the eyelids do not produce enough tears for our eyes, or the composition of our tears are thrown off so that they evaporate too quickly. Symptoms of dryness in the eyes are gritty feeling, sandy, your eyes are tearing a lot, they're red and irritated. Allergies are completely different. When the cells in our eyelid react to allergens like pollen and pet dander, The cells release a substance called histamine. That histamine being released into our tears makes our eyes extremely itchy.
Oh, wow.
But those actually can create redness and irritation as well, so the person may go over the counter and buy a dry eye drop and realize that it's not fixing the problem.
And that's where Extra Strength Pataday comes in, right? Tell me how it works.
Pataday, very similar to oral antihistamines, works in two different ways. First, it works directly on the histamines to help provide relief from the itchiness that is created by them. But then it also stabilizes the cells and blocks the allergens from actually reaching them and reacting. It's a dual action product. You put one drop in each eye once a day, you will get relief within minutes.
Wow.
And it is the first and only proven antihistamine eye drop for the eyes to prevent itch that lasts up to 24 hours.
So I can only imagine when your patients come in and finally get a good option that's long-lasting and works. What's the feedback you get?
I know I have felt like a hero recommending Pataday to my patients. They will come in just not being able to do any of their daily activities. It's hard to work on computers, drive. It's hard to focus when your eyes are bothering you. I recommend Pataday. They use one drop. My patients just absolutely love the relief they get.
Where can people go to find Pataday?
You do not need a prescription. It is over the counter at any of your local retailers. Go to the eye care aisle and you'll find it right there.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Great relief. No prescription, right there, and grab the right one.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, doctor. And for more information on Pataday, just go to the website, pataday.com.
And of course, you can always go to our website, thebalancingact.com. We'll be back right after this. You know, pets are man's best friends, and their long and happy life starts with good nutrition.
Absolutely, but there are a lot of pet food choices for dog and cat owners, and it can be confusing to know what to look for when picking the right food.
Well, here to help us and guide us is Dr. Callie Harris, a veterinarian at Purina. Welcome. Thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Thank you so much
We also got Jackpot here
We have Jackpot here. I love, what is he? He's a toy poodle?
He's a toy poodle.
How old?
He is now, he's just about 18 months.
Oh my gosh, how
adorable.
cute.
Well, he's the reason why I'm here, right?
There you
so
go.
we can talk
There you
about
go.
Jackpot and other pets for sure.
You know, we love our dogs, right? We love our cats, and I just wonder sometimes what's right for, let's say, his dog may not be right for mine. So how do we know what's appropriate
100%.
for that nutrition that we want?
Absolutely. So here's the thing. I'm a pet parent, just like you guys are, right? And I, too, can get overwhelmed. It can be very confusing with so many pet food choices out there. So I always like to stick to three main points. Lifestyle, life stage, and form and function. So if you consider those three main points, that's going to help narrow down the options for your pets.
Talk a little bit about life stage. I mean, what does that really mean? Does that deal with age, or what does that mean?
You hit it on the head.
Okay.
So life stage is going to correlate with the age of our pet. And so there's going to be three main categories. So the first life stage is going to be the development stage. That's going to be for puppies and kittens, like Jackpot here. And that's going to be for those pets up to 2 years of age. You can imagine this is through their growth and development stage. And so the nutrients that are going to be placed in that earlier food product is going to really help with that process. In comparison to the adult formulas, at that point, we're just trying to either maintain or achieve a healthy body weight, and maybe take a look at any type of chronic medical conditions that we need to target. And then the last stage will be seniors. So that's going to be those pets that are age 7 or older. And at that point, we really want to put an emphasis on ensuring that they're getting all of their calories, as well as focusing in on their brain health.
All right, and now let's talk about lifestyle. How does that affect their needs as well?
Lifestyle has huge impact because we have to be honest with how active our pets are going to be with their pet parents. So if you're super active and you're exercising with your pet on a regular basis, they're going to need nutrients that are going to help support that energy burn, versus those pets that are more couch potatoes, right? Those are the ones that we have to really focus in on maintaining the ideal or a healthy body weight.
And your lifestyles can change over time, right? Not just with age, but they change over time.
100%. Not only is their activity going to change with age, also their preference. So it's going to be really helpful to weave in that form and function capability of food. So maybe you might start with the kibble, something that's drier to feed, and then maybe you transition to something that's canned or wet based upon the preference of your pet. You also have to look at their medical conditions. Some of my pets, especially as they get older, they start to develop dental issues, and so they need a food that's going to be easier for them to digest.
Now, dogs and cats can be picky eaters. I love that Purina has a lot to choose from. So walk me through what we have.
Absolutely. So this is really focusing in on life stage. So everything on this side is going to be for that growth and development.
Oh, this is the jackpot.
This is going to be jackpot side, okay?
Right,
and then as you walk your way to the middle, this is kind of the meat and potatoes, because this is going to be for your adults, right? And then we're going to make our way more towards the senior offerings as well. Here, you have dry formulas as well as canned formulas, and then there's also going to be capabilities in between too. So you really just have to figure out what your pet enjoys.
I noticed here digestive health.
Yes.
I mean, that's amazing. Vibrant maturity.
Yes.
Urinary tract. Allergen reducer.
Yeah.
I mean, you've really honed in on certain needs that dogs have, just like our kids.
Absolutely. So from a vet's perspective, I really appreciating being able to provide specifically targeted nutrition for my patients, for your pets. So you mentioned this cat food that is really supportive of the humans that love the cat, right? Because it's an allergen reducing food. So this gives an opportunity for those pet parents that may be a bit more sensitive to their cats, to the allergen that they're emitting. It helps reduce that amount, that load in the environment, so that everyone can live harmoniously together.
Wet food, kibbles, you know, for me, for a jackpot, wet food seems to stick too much to his teeth. So we make sure we try to brush his teeth almost every day if we can.
Good job.
Is that you or your wife?
My wife does that.
Let's be honest, Montel. So you bring up a really good point about form and function, which is the last point to consider. So I love offering a variety of options to my pets, whether it's going to be the kibble, like what you see pictured here, all the way to the canned or the wet food that you mentioned. It's really helpful, especially when they're young, like Jackpot, for them to get interested in both or all varieties. So then that way they don't become picky eaters.
Right, which we don't want.
We don't want that. And what I will say about canned food, what's really supportive, especially for our cats, is that it may add hydration, especially as they get older. So think about that. Absolutely.
Final thoughts. We've covered so much, but such great information.
So my final thoughts from a vet's perspective is at the end of the day, you want to make sure that your pet is eating a complete and balanced diet. Now, how you make that decision, how you choose, work with your veterinarian, work with your pet's preference, and at the end of it, keep them at a healthy body weight, because we have research to show that the longer that they keep an ideal body weight, the longer that they can live.
I love this. For our viewers who'd like more information on all of these products and then some, where can they go?
They can find us at purina.com/expertise. You can also find me on Instagram. I love connecting with the pet-loving community.
I can tell.
Thank you so much for being a part of the show today, Doctor.
Thank you so much.
And of course, if you guys want more information, you can always go to our website, thebalancingact.com. And Jackpot says, see you next time.
He's our superstar today. We'll be right back.
Well, Jackpot says, thanks so much for joining us today.
He was so good.
He's a good boy.
Gosh, he really is. Remember to head to our Facebook page, like us on Instagram, follow us on X, and visit thebalancingact.com to enter our latest sweepsticker giveaway. And don't forget about Frankie 4 shoes. They're really comfortable.
Don't forget about them.
I love it.
And look, stay safe. Love that family of yours. Love your pets, too. We'll see you next time.
Great way to kickstart your day.